Hi you guys, welcome to your April 2025 monthly forecast. Before I begin, I have to apologize if I sneeze, cough, or lose my voice. Okay, with the weather going up and down here the way it is, I either have a cold or allergies or both at the same time. So please excuse me, okay? And thank you so much to my subscribers for your continued support, for your likes, shares, and comments. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. There's also links in the description box below. There is one to my website where you can see some of the services that I offer, but you can also just email me. That email address is also in the description box, and it's easier to just ask me if there is something that I do. Okay? Also, check out my weekly forecast, which is now daily shorts, and I'm going to do something a little different this month with the monthly forecast. Okay, for those of you who seem to really love the shorts, the monthly forecast will always exist as a regular video, but some of you are still not aware that there's a link within the short video to the full monthly forecast, and you're just clicking on that short and you're just getting just a snippet of the monthly forecast. You're not hearing the whole thing. So for those of you who love the shorts, okay, I'm going to break it down into parts, the monthly forecast for you. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Maybe, after a while, you'll just, decide to click on the link and listen to it fully, the full monthly forecast all in one video. But if you prefer the shorts, that's what I'm going to try this time. We'll see how it works out, okay? So, now for your forecast. Happy birthday, Taurus! Okay, to those of you born at the end of April. So, actually, the month starts off with Venus and Mercury in Pisces again. Both these planets have been moving back and forth between Aries and Pisces. Okay, so Mercury turns direct in Pisces on the 7th, then moves into Aries on the 16th. And then Venus turns direct on the 12th and moves into Aries on the 30th. They're in your 11th house. That's where you have the sign of Pisces. Then they'll move into Aries in direct motion. Then they'll move into your sign, okay, into Taurus, right? So for now, though, you have Mercury and Venus in Pisces in your 11th house, along with Saturn is still there. Neptune has just moved into Aries very briefly over the summer. Saturn will also leave Pisces and move into Aries just over the summer. Both these planets have to finish up their transit in Pisces, which they will do, and then next year rather, both of these planets, Neptune and Saturn, will move into Aries. Okay, so they'll be out of your 11th house of friends, acquaintances, where you would normally go to hang out, socializing in person or online, any group or organization that you belong to, and also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So you may have been socializing an awful lot more than you normally do just because of these two planets, Venus and Mercury, okay? Together they're very sociable, okay? Makes you very talkative, always wanting to talk about lighthearted subjects, okay? Nothing too serious. If you don't go out in person, then maybe you've been on social media a lot more than you normally would be, or you're in contact with your group of friends or an organization that you belong to a lot more than you have been. With these planets though turning direct, it just means that, you have a continued good time or good rapport or whatever with your friends or wherever it is you normally hang out, okay? The sun is in Aries up until the 19th, okay, along with Venus and Mercury, like I said, and then Neptune here in your 12th house of behind-the-scenes activities by you or someone else, the house of the subconscious mind and dreams, secrets and confidences, the house of charity and confinement, many, many things, okay? So usually when planets are here, it's a time when you are spending time by yourself. This is your time of solitude where you get to recharge your batteries and spend time doing things that only you can do. You don't need other people to do them with you, like read a book, you know, stuff like that. You're enjoying your time before planets move into your first house and you're like back on the scene again. And the center of attention, having the sun in your sign in your first house, okay? So, you know, there could be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, though, with Mercury here. When it's in the 12th house, I call it the great investigator. You know, it brings out the snoop in you. And like I said, both of these planets have already been here, Venus and Mercury. So they're back here again in direct motion. So maybe you have been trying to find something out all this time when these planets were here previously. And maybe you did. You know, maybe you were just inquiring about someone that maybe you would like to know more about, or maybe even get to know better. You could also find that either you are the secret admirer or you have a secret admirer. You know, this could come out at this time. All kinds of fun stuff, okay? With Neptune here, you know, you probably won't notice too many things right off. You could notice that maybe your dreams are more vivid, or possibly even more meaningful, or you could find some kind of meaning or whatever to at least one dream that you have, okay? So then the sun moves into Taurus on the 19th and your first house, and there's a new moon on the 27th in Taurus, okay? And Uranus is still in Taurus right now, okay? It will briefly move into Gemini in July, but it still has to finish up its transit in your sign, so it won't move into Gemini until next year, just like Saturn and Neptune, right? So it's ending its transit in your sign. New moon, though, in your sign, it's happening in your first house of personality and self, so it's bringing just like a new beginning. This is your fresh start. This is the way you feel that it's a new year. You know, this actually does bring or start your new year, personal new year. Okay, so you don't really have to do anything on this day, you know, but if you're making some kind of plans, at least write them down, because it kind of adds to that whole newness to it. New start, change in anything that you wanted to change, okay? Do have to mention there is a full moon on the 12th in Libra in your 6th house. It's directly across from your 12th house of Aries. 6th house being the workplace, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule, your co-workers, your house of health, and your house of service to others, okay? I really don't see that there's too much really going on here. It's all happening behind the scenes anyway. Around this full moon, you may find out something about either the company you work for, a boss or a co-worker, something about the workplace, or, you know, there could be someone that you've been helping for a while, you know, helping out in some way or other, that you could discover something about them that it could annoy you, could because they didn't tell you, first of all, or you could just find out that something like they didn't need your help, or they did, but they could have asked someone else, or someone else actually offered to help them, but it was easier to ask you, or easier to get you to do it, even though you probably weren't in a position to really help them all that much. You know what I mean? It's almost like you get the feeling that you were taken advantage of, okay, by someone's sob story. Anyway, So, Mars, just like Venus and Mercury, has been moving back and forth between two signs this time, Cancer, between Cancer and Leo. So the month starts off, it's in direct motion finally. It's going to move on from beyond these two signs, okay? It starts off in Cancer until the 18th in your third house where it's been before. Okay, third house being your everyday life, your neighbors, your neighborhood, people and places you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day, siblings, cousins, all forms of communication, including regular postal mail, short distance travel, an overnight trip, day trip, or weekend trip, and usually it's a road trip, okay? So that's all this is there could even be something going on in your neighborhood that you would like to clear up. It could be with a neighbor, it could be a nosy neighbor, or just a pain in the ass neighbor that you need to tell them, hey, don't park on my lawn, don't park in my parking space. I told you you could do it once, but that doesn't mean that's forever. Something like that. Okay, then Mars again moves into Leo and your fourth house of your home and family, your private life, where you physically live, and the property surrounding it, your past, your childhood, the foundation of how you were raised. Okay, so something possibly going on here already, right? So Mars is back here again. Could be a living arrangement isn't working out the way you would like it to. This could be regarding a family member or a roommate, doesn't matter who it is. Or there could be like a family member that has a tendency to stick their nose in your business. It's one of those times where you definitely take care of it, okay? Especially with that new moon in your sign on the 27th. It's time for you to tell somebody to mind their own damn business. Okay? Anyways, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Taurus on the 27th and 28th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Scorpio, and those dates are the 13th, 14th, and 15th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 16th, 17th, 18th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And the best time for communication and travel is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, and 21st. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for April. Happy birthday to you. See ya.